Absolutely. I'll touch on the analytical project manager first, and then the new role that I moved into. In a nutshell, it was a hardcore research position.
Right.
Our bread and butter is our deals tracker, and the deals tracker is so important in sponsorship because it just gives you the data on the relationship and deals that make up the sports sponsorship market, and also the media deals, so you could actually understand and articulate what's really going on there in the business world when it comes to sports, right? So when it came to research, I had to, figuratively, roll my sleeves up and sit down. Sometimes, let's say I picked up the NHL um, sponsorship rights, and I had to spend hours on just a team and just do video research, get on the phone, get on emails, and just really try to get in there to get the specific values for each sponsorship.
Right.
And that was great. It was really fantastic because you are an investigative, machine, and it
Right.
kind of becomes like a mission just to get in there and ask that question, because it's just like a couple values, but it's so important for our subscribers in
Right.
order to make sound investments in the sports sponsorship space.
Yep.
And it really, at the end of the day, it is relationships. No matter in what sector in sports you are in, you have to have those relationships. You have to have those personality traits on how to basically harness information, but also be authentically as well. I mean, authentic, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much on the sponsorship media space. But then we have something that's called the postgraduate rankings at Sport Business, which is a part of Sport Business University.
Yep.
So then this was really fantastic because it's something that it was new to me. I had worked in surveys and collecting data, but now in a university perspective is just how do you get that data and storytell, and what makes a sports management program the best or unique in their own niche. So that was, I love that challenge because it was just so new, and you get to see like, oh, the personalities of a program, and you're
Yep.
kind of like, how does that even translate a personality of a program? And they
Right.
do, just like your program at University of San Francisco. It's
Right.
so unique and offers something different from mine in New York.
Yep.
So I love that we get to tell those stories now through data as well. So then I moved recently into this role of a product manager for Sport Business University. So it is a product just that sits at the nexus between academia and sport business industry. So
Mm.
we really want to build this bridge between academia and the sports industry and
Right.
business. So that's what we're developing now, in order to create value through research to the professors and students right now, that are utilizing it.
Right. Oh, I mean, like it's important to kind of like touching upon different kind of areas in that research space as well. And I mean, like I'm sure you've been learning a lot of new information. Just also like talking with all this organization, like researching it, and like it's just free soaking of knowledge. In a sense.
Absolutely. And one thing that I you and I know, and that sometimes it's obvious, I think we don't, but we have to say it, is that the sports industry is in a constant state of flux. That's it. That's all you got to know. It's not as volatile as the crypto the last couple of weeks, but it could get like that, right? And you always have to be prepared. You always have to be prepared to change. And how do you mitigate those changes, because it does impact sometimes our news and our database and our reports, and even
Right.
sometimes our consulting
Right.
arm, because in 12 hours something could totally change when it comes to sponsorship or unfortunately world events. So you have to be prepared for that, and sometimes have some foresight in that. And that comes, with reading a lot outside of the sports industry and what's going on in the world, financially, politically, and socially.
Yeah.
So you just have to, one has to like really fine tune that foresight.